Many people have been connecting recent events to biblical prophecy. A historic peace and security pact led by Jared Kushner, the invasion of Gaza, and the fulfillment of prophecies about displacement, Israel's war against its biblical enemies like Iran. Because of all this, many are asking, what does the Bible say will happen next? Right now, before our very eyes, plans are being made that will change the world forever.
The UN's pact for the future sounds all lovely and warm and collaborative. The summit of the future, a significant step towards a technocratic vision of global governance.
This is Agenda 2030, the feared global plan of the United Nations. In 2015, all 193 UN member states signed on, agreeing to transform our world by the year 2030.
Now, Agenda 2030 basically underpins everything that is happening in towns and cities all across the world.
But the plan also includes ideas that have worried and even frightened many people. One of them says that by 2030, you will own nothing, you will have no privacy, and you will be happy. At first glance, the 17 goals of Agenda 2030 seem noble. Ending hunger, eliminating poverty, protecting the planet. The premise is that the world, as it currently operates, cannot continue this way much longer. But here is the problem. Agenda 2030, despite appearing beneficial, describes the exact global system needed to fulfill the Bible's darkest prophecies about the end times. And this has alarmed many. First, Agenda 2030 demands legal identity for all, which opens the door to a global digital identity. Second, it demands reducing inequality by restructuring the entire financial system. This sets the stage for digital currencies, money that isn't physical and can be controlled from a single location. Third, it demands a single world government to rule over all nations. One central power making decisions for everyone. And when you combine these three pieces, a digital identity that knows everything about you, a digital currency that controls you, and a world government that manages it all, you have exactly the system described in Revelation 13.
Hundreds of gas-guzzling private jets took off this week as billionaires from all over the world jetted off to Davos, Switzerland, for the ritzy and glamorous World Economic Forum, a week-long event for the ruling class to talk down to the rest of us. And it's not for everybody. It's an invite-only event. And once you do get in, they divide you by class. You get a white badge with a blue line if you're rich enough. You just get a white badge if you're married to someone important. Or if you're just a part of someone's entourage, you get an ugly green badge. You're not good enough. They keep the elites together, and they have their own little police state to make sure these people are focused on ruling the world. If you're not from CNN or the New York Times and you show up uninvited, they'll probably arrest you. And it's all headed up by a guy named Klaus Schwab, who's pretty much running a one-world government here. He kicked off the week by saying the future is theirs, not yours.
The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world.
And the way they start is by tracking you. If you go deep in the weeds in what these people are saying at this place, they're openly scheming up some of the craziest plans you'll ever hear of, like tracking your carbon footprint.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned.
You heard it. The one world government wants to keep tabs on what you eat and where you go. All because John Kerry's a little mad that your cheeseburger is wiping out part of the population.
People forget, greenhouse gases are pollution. And 15 million people a year die because of the quality of the air around the world. We're dealing with a crisis here, folks. It's a crisis made by human beings.
Maybe they should take their own advice before jetting off across the world on those private jets, emitting all that carbon. But to them, they have more important things to focus on. like preventing the next pandemic, since it worked out so well last time.
If it comes 10 years from now, we should have far, far better diagnostic technology. That is, be able to scale up every country within a month to diagnose their entire population. We're a little distracted right now, so getting the debate going is happening slowly.
Yeah, a lot of people are distracted by inflation, food shortages, real problems. But the ruling class at Davos says, don't worry, it's all a part of the plan.
We need to accept that there will be some pain in the process. The pace that we need will open up for missteps. It will open up for shortages on energy. It will create inflationary pressures, and maybe we need to start talking about that pain is actually worth it.
If you have all the money in the world, the last thing you have to worry about is inflation. It's our problem, not theirs. They're busy ruling the world. And shady George Soros says if we don't make their ideas a reality, civilization is done for.
Fighting pandemics and climate change, avoiding nuclear war, maintaining global institutions have had to take a backseat to that struggle. That's why I say our civilization may not survive.
Believe it when I tell you, these people don't care about any of us. They're just a bunch of globalists hanging out and coming up with too many bad ideas.
The real danger is this. Look how bad your government is in a country where you get to vote for these people. This would be a government, a world government, where you don't get to vote on anybody. This is everybody's worst nightmare. The bureaucracy that we have trouble in our United States because we don't get to vote on them, we vote indirectly. Can you imagine the one world bureaucracy of all these elitists and their private jets that would rule our country and we wouldn't get to vote? So they used to call people who talked about one world government, they used to say, oh, it's a conspiracy. We would always say, no, it's in their mission statement. They say it at every meeting. That's what they're for.
I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? What's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And what they want to do is to control the American people, control the people of the world, put RFID chips in everybody, so everybody's a slave to these central banks.
Technology is making possible total control over information, identity, and transactions. And step by step, the idea of individual sovereignty is disappearing, replaced by a system that promises peace but prepares the way for the rule of the Antichrist. But the good news is that God never loses control. Even when the powerful seem to prevail, the Lord remains on his throne, and said the psalmist in Psalm 214, "Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The one enthroned in heaven laughs, the Lord scoffs at them." Nothing that happens surprises God. He is allowing history to unfold exactly as it was prophesied, so that his plan of redemption can be fully completed. So, in light of this scenario, what should we do? First, watch, because Jesus said in Matthew 24:42, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come." Second, do not fear, because fear is the weapon this system uses to control people. And third, remain firm in Christ, for whoever is in him will not be shaken. In the midst of chaos, we know that victory belongs to Jesus Christ.